This is a 1996 Suzuki Bandit 600. It belongs to my friend. We've recovered it from an underground car park and it's been lying there for, he reckons, about 7 years. Someone tried to steal it, mashed up the ignition switch. So yeah, we're going to try and get it started. Battery's probably dead, tires are flat, needs an ignition switch. Brakes are sticking bad, and we'll probably do a service on it as well when we get it going. So we're going to put a battery in it and an ignition switch in it and see if it starts. I don't think it's going to start. It'll probably need the carbs cleaned, but you never know. We had to change 2 wires here for whatever reason to get the ignition to work, but it's working now. So battery's in, ignition's working, so this is going to be the first start. Oh, in how long, David? 7 years?
7 years.
Choke on, hopefully it's not neutral. Oh man. So swapping those wires over, though it did bring the ignition on, there was no sign of other life anywhere, so I ended up changing the electrical part of the ignition barrel to the old one. So this is the new one, where there's something going on with the wires in there, and I put the old one on, which allowed us to get spark. So this is well, that's very surprising. That I haven't done anything to that. That's just the petrol that was in it. I haven't done anything to the carbs, didn't even drain them. And she seems to be running pretty good there. It might need a bit of a drive to get it to work a bit better, but yeah. So old ignition switch wiring and a new barrel and a new battery. So we've still to do engine oil and filter, oil the chain, blow the tyres up, and free off the brakes. We've got some new brake pads to go in there as well. Check the back pads, they look okay. The front ones aren't too bad, but seeing as we're going to have the calipers off anyway, we'll throw in some new pads. So let's get on to all that. Oh yeah. I could use the gun actually. That would be faster. Oh yeah. This will be interesting. Oh wow. There we go. There's actually loads of meat on them.
Oh really? They're alright?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Apparently.
Oh.
They're like a car caliper. I was thinking it'd be a nightmare to try and clean them up because they're only. I had calipers on a bike and there were 6 pot, they were called. There was 3 pistons here and 3 pistons here. So there were 6 pistons. Oh no. So what I'm going to do here is basically shock the threads. So put a bit of pressure on it. There she goes. That was not the right thing. Apparently. Oh well. Maybe it is and it just pushes out. Oh, there's an Allen key, that's only a bung.
Where's the tires haven't went today?
The tires are flat.
Oh, are they?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, so then you pumped up.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Partly that's a bit sticky. And again, and again, and again, and again. Whoa. See the grease on them? I'm just holding this one to stop it coming out. Yeah. 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 They're not that bad. Okay, I think I could probably wiggle them out now. See? Heard that? And the oil's gonna come out now. See, this is like, it's hard to beat. Just see just how like, see that there? Like that just grips the seal. You feel it nice and clean there, but see once it gets to there, it's so sticky. Horrible. Seals look good. That's the hydraulic fluid seal in the back, and that's the dust seal. Both of them are fine, so we should be able to pop those back in. Get any dirt out. There we go.
Nice.
He won. So he's the British amateur amateur novice. He's not a novice anymore, but he was. On both arms, he won left and right, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
Their arms massive.
I can beat him, like, but he's 27 odd kilos. His arms, I don't say his arms are
So
massive.
what is arm wrestling? Is that how it goes by weight class?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you'll be. One really important thing, and I don't understand how it's even possible, but I've seen many videos about it, is people putting the brake pads in backwards. So they haven't put the friction material to the disc.
How do you bleed it?
That's a bleed nipple there. You fill the reservoir, pump the brakes until you've got a bit of a handle, and that has basically put fluid down to the. That means the caliper is now full of fluid,
Right.
but you'll still have air in the system, which when you air obviously makes your pedal real spongy.
Right.
So you've basically airlocked it if you do that. So you have to bleed the air out. So as you push the fluid down, the air goes down with the fluid, and then as the fluid enters the caliper, the air tries to get out to the top. That's why the bleed nipples are at the top.
Right.
And then the air sits in there. So you crack that open, give that a pump, close it, release it. That allows it to suck more fluid back in.
Yeah.
And then a couple of pumps and the air is expelled, and then you have a good pedal. Can't really tell that's going down. There you go. Oh, that's really overflowing all over the ground.
Let's kiss this on Planet Rock. Ian Dancer and I are just basically going back to our, well, childhoods really, and just enthusing about all things Kiss, because Kiss are, after all, the glue that holds the rock world together. Whether you want to admit it or not. That's right. So, you had a favorite lineup. I have to admit, it was always, my favorite lineup was the Elite one, with the makeup on. When the makeup comes off, where is that time? That's a lack of imagination on my part. No, I'm not looking at a lack of imagination, that's just knowing. And I'll hold my hand up whether a reunion still happens. And we, all my friends, my fellow Kiss nerds went to Donington. We watched it. A few tears were shed when that curtain's off.
Oh yeah. That's exactly how you take those off. That's it finished. New battery, new ignition barrel, new master cylinder, seal kits, brake pads on the front. So I'm going to bring it up for its test. Hopefully get it back on the road.